When you're dating, it's important that you sort of conceal anything that's personal until you know it's someone that you truly are going to form a relationship with. There really is no point in revealing this about yourself if it's just going to cause you to feel hurt, shame, dishonor, or for people to just sort of throw you to the wayside who you weren't serious about in the first place. Good morning, gorgeous. How are you ladies doing this morning? I hope you're all doing wonderful. For those of you who are here for the first time, welcome to the Dr. Daff Show. Today, we're answering questions that you ladies submit to me. And we have a question from Melanie who asks about how she can navigate the dating world after contracting a venereal disease from her ex-husband. So go ahead and sit back, relax, get something to drink, get something to write with, and let's talk about this. Hello, Dr. Michelle. Thank you for your guidance. Your videos have provided me a new perspective. Your advice is great. I can recognize where I have room for growth. It's amazing that culturally I was raised to be strong, educated, and independent no matter what. However, now that I'm dating, my greatest accomplishments are my setback. Working in education much of the day can be full of masculine energy. Recently, my marriage of 4s ended. Looking back, I overlooked so many red flags, including my ex-husband giving me a venereal disease. He has been gaslighting me for years. Since the divorce, I've lost 73 pounds, got a promotion, safely traveled, and have come across your channel. God works in mysterious ways. I've started talking to a friend from many years ago. He did everything you described. Paid, opened doors, communicated everything. He even talked about road tripping. Once I disclosed my illness, everything stopped. On occasion, he'll invite me over. My question is, how do I end this? Now it's me driving an hour to his place, having a great date, although he says he's not comfortable being with me. He insists on seeing me. I've since started dating another person. He's fine with my condition. However, doesn't have my full interest. Unfortunately, venereal disease is part of me now. It's hurtful to know you're perfect, except for that piece of you. Is there a feminine way you suggest for me to open this conversation? How does the booty call cycle end? I understand you're busy. Thanks for your thoughts. I'm off to do a clay mask. My best, Melanie. First and foremost, Melanie, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I can't imagine what it's like to trust and be in a loving marriage and then have not only infidelity happen, but contract a disease. So I am so sorry that you've experienced this. However, you did mention that there were red flags that you did not pay attention to and you sort of overlooked them, which caused you to have to experience this. And that's something, ladies, that's just so important that you do not overlook, even when you're married, but especially when you are dating, are the red flags of certain things that can point to possible issues in the future. And I do have a video on red flags in dating that I hope you can watch to help guide you with that. Now, in terms of your question, when it comes to dating, it sounds like you're dating these men and then you tell them that you have this disease and they start treating you differently. So my first question to you would be, how soon are you revealing this information? Because when you're dating, it's important that you sort of conceal anything that's personal until you know it's someone that you truly are going to form a relationship with. There really is no point in revealing this about yourself if it's just going to cause you to feel hurt, shame, dishonor, or for people to just sort of throw you to the wayside who you weren't serious about in the first place. Okay, you don't know them, but you're having random strangers hurting your feelings. So I do think it's important, and of course, this is my personal opinion, to wait until you know that this person is someone you truly do want in your life long term. And then from there, you can reveal that information to them. And I know some of you ladies might think that it's wrong and that you should have kind of just put all your cards out at the beginning when you first meet someone and let them know everything about your life. But it causes us ladies to go through rejection for no reason. It causes people to have a lot of information that they can use in the future to hurt you with if they're not someone who truly has the character and the empathy and cares enough about you to be gentle. But if you are dating someone and you find that you're in a place where you can see this person being someone in your life long term, they may be more empathetic to your feelings. Not to say that they won't still decide to stay away from the relationship, but they'll be more careful with how they treat you because they've already formed that attachment with you. They already care about you as a person. They'll probably be more interested in hearing about your pain and about what you've experienced, especially being that this came from a marriage. And I know that this is something that comes up obviously because if you're with someone, you probably are going to be intimate with them, and you should reveal anything about yourself that could put their health in jeopardy. But that comes back to the issue of having some sexual sobriety, especially when you're dating, for reasons like this. Okay, this did happen in marriage. However, when people are sleeping around and dating around, the chances of getting a venereal disease is very high. And so sex really should be saved for the person that's going to give you full commitment. So it really should not be impacting your dating life anyway, unless you are having casual sex with people or are interested in doing that. And my dear, more importantly, your spiritual life is going to drive your dating life. It's going to drive your whole life. So I want to ask you, do you have a spiritual life? Are you able to pray and talk to God about your problems and figure out whether or not you should be dating right now, or you should be healing right now, or if you are truly attracting the kind of people that He wants in your life moving forward? Not only is prayer important for just your overall health, it's important to have faith. It's important to have a faith life for this particular situation that you're in, because this is a devastating situation, and it's one that a lot of people find as a dead end, or they feel hopeless. Like, no one's ever going to love me again. I'll never be able to get married. I'll never be able to date because I have this disease, which is not true. Okay. When you look at the statistics and the research, oftentimes people who are in situations where they have a venereal disease are able to be in relationships with people who are okay with it and just kind of know how to move around it. So it's not a dead end for you at all. But it is necessary that you are in faith so that you can possibly be healed. Okay, God is a healer. And because He's a healer, it is possible for you to get healed of your venereal disease in a supernatural way. Okay, not everything always has to be done through like the systems with medicine and doctors. And yes, that's obviously a wonderful route. But when you are in the spirit, you know that there's also an alternative for you, that you can get healed without having to do any of those things through your relationship with God, through having a relationship with Jesus. So that's why I always say that you must tap into your spirit side, because you are spirit. Essentially, you are a spirit living in a body, and allow God to heal you spiritually and physically. And in order for you to get that level of faith, that kind of faith, you do have to do things like be in your word and just hear. Faith comes by hearing people talk about healing, listening to sermons or reading books about healing, and allowing yourself to build up enough faith to believe that that's possible for yourself. But so many people have been healed supernaturally of things much more intense. And that can be done for you as well if you're in faith. And in addition to that, having faith for God to send someone into your life who will truly love you and respect you. Okay, getting enough strength as a person to believe again that that's possible for you. Because when you're dating, if you have this sort of like secret happening within you, it is going to be difficult for you to truly feel safe, because at some point, like looming in your mind, you're anticipating this conversation at some point coming up. And so it is hard for you to relax and to be free if you feel like when you reveal this thing, things are going to change, right? So just keep that in mind. Everyone has a right to who they want to date, and everyone has a right to know what your situation is. But you should protect yourself as a woman and wait until you're with someone who you are truly serious about. Have God guide you and ensure that this is the kind of person who would be willing to work through the situation with you before putting yourself out there, especially in a sexual manner. So I hope this answered your question, and I hope that you have lots of blessings and favor upon your life in your dating life, and you are able to receive your healing for this disease and live a beautiful life. I thank you ladies so much for listening to this and watching this video. If you have a chance, visit my website, findforever.com, and you can purchase my perfume, 2911, if you're someone who likes fragrance. It's a beautiful, soft floral scent that will definitely enhance your femininity. So head over to findforever.com. I have a code for you for 20% off of your fragrance by using the code FEMININE. Also, listen to my podcast, A Feminine Impression, and follow me on Instagram at Dr. Michelle Daff. I love you all so much, and I hope that you have an amazing day. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Bye-bye.